All right, guys. I tried this video already once. I was like 20 minutes in, and I was like, it was completely all over the place because I didn't really, I couldn't really like understand completely what this guy is saying, right? But yeah, today's video is it's just a quick little, a cool little discussion about Todo versus Megumi. I was 20 minutes into the video and I realized like, wait, hold on, like, what version of Megumi or Todo are we even using, right? Are we talking about this version or Shibuya, right? Because he's, yeah, I was trying to like understand it, but yeah, D1 Glazer, that's his name, right? D1 Glazer made a video on this. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about it. So I guess we're gonna react to it again, but this time I think I'm going to do it from like this perspective. Honestly, the versions of the characters don't really matter, right? Because I don't think like Megami gets a whole bunch faster because he gets the domain expansion, right? And I don't think you can really quantify or like say that Megami got way stronger because he continued training for Goodwill after this scene right here. But yeah, let's just react again, okay?
I mean, his assumption is correct. Megami was holding back by not using half his Shikigami.
True.
Then he says, actively, I'll show you what I can really do. Then in Shibuya, we see that Megami is actually able to keep up with Yuji, even with a weapon in his inventory, which actively slows him down. I can show you proof of that. Then Reggie notes he has like no.
Yeah, yeah, so I saw this the first time and I was like confused on the point because obviously again, he has this weapon in his hands. But what he's talking about here is Playful Cloud that's in his inventory, right? So it's basically like he's holding Playful Cloud and the like this sword right here. It's this sword that he has right here right now in Shibuya, right? And I was saying initially like I don't think it's that much of a nerf, right? Like if it was a nerf, then there would be some kind of implication for it, right? Like Megumi would have been like, "Oh, damn, like man, I have these weapons in my inventory, man. I can't really move at my best, you know?" I mean um like I'm trying to think, not trying to think. You can think of like when obviously this is really extreme. Like when freaking Reggie put what was it? It was like 3 cars into his shadow. It was something like that. I think he put like 3 cars or like a house or something, bro. He put it into his shadow and you could see like he literally cannot move. It's obviously extreme. Like obviously there's a statement or implication that he's hindered in his movement, but like I mean he brings it up. He brings up an example of what I'm talking about right now.
Notes he has like no weapons because he thinks you need space for yourself, or you're forced to carry the weight of every weapon you have. The fact that he brings none is a point. Then then Yuji implies the same thing.
Yeah, he brings this up, right? And it's like yeah, that one is stated to be like this is an implication of a nerf because of something, right? And what was the nerf on? It was a nerf on like Yuji, not Yuji, Yuta running after Yuji, right? I don't think Yuta is slower in like swinging his weapons or using attacks because he has a katana in his hand, right? That doesn't really make sense, right? It does make sense in this context of, oh yeah, he's chasing down Yuji and he's a little bit nerfed. We don't know how much he's nerfed by, but like he's a little bit nerfed because of that. And like I don't think the same thing is uh said, implied, I guess you could say. I don't think the same thing is implied for Megumi during his fight, right? And what I brought up initially, let me see where it is. Yeah, what I brought up is that actually I saw this video, right? And I asked Lightning for the translation of this. He hasn't answered yet. Lightning takes a whole bunch of time to reply to me, but um yeah, I seen another translation that said what I'm thinking, which is Megumi saying, "Oh, I can't keep pace. I can't keep pace with Yuji correctly. Like it's hard to keep pace with him, right? Which is like it makes sense, right? Yuji's the physical specimen, right? And I'm going to prove a little bit more on why that is the case, right? But also, I just want to. There's this like other tab right here. So this is a complete side note, right, guys? You guys remember if you've been watching like the past couple videos, you guys remember people saying that Hikari gets an imaginary CE boost at the end of his jackpot, right? This BS right here. I asked Lightning what is actually said here. There is no mention of a CE boost, bro. All Hikari's saying is that, oh, he's getting high off of his cursed energy. He's going to go fly. That's literally what he says. Obviously, I was skeptical about it because it makes no sense, right? Like, without translation wars and funnily enough, guess who freaking translated this? John Wary, right? Without that, I mean, bro, just think about it, bro. Does it make sense for someone with infinite curse energies to get a CE boost? What does that mean? What the hell does that mean? Obviously, when I first saw it, I was like, what are you guys talking about, bro? Like, why are we actually pushing this? Actually, this works with me. This is actually a complete side note. This kind of works with me because I said like there isn't an implication of this being a nerf, right? Because again, if it was a nerf, then there would have been a little bit of an implication. Maybe like Megumi would have thought like, oh yeah, I can't go full power, yada yada yada, right? The same thing could be said for this. Like Kashimo literally has an exchange with Hikari here, and then he has an exchange with Hikari here, and he doesn't mention, oh crap, he's faster. Right? The only time that actually happens where Hikari gets faster and Kashimo mentions it is when Hikari himself says, oh yeah, I'm going to go faster and go hard and heavy. So, yeah. Just wanted you guys to know that the CE boost thing does not exist. Once again, we're back to square zero. Anyways, yeah, so regarding this part, right? The reason why I wanted to bring this part up was because he's using this scene as like an example. Oh, not example, as evidence of Yuji and Megumi being like equal in terms of speed, right? Let me see what he says after. I forgot what he
So
says
it's a
after
pretty
this.
valid, fair assumption. Then we're able to
Okay, yeah, no, that doesn't really matter. What matters is what he said. What matters is what he says at the end. We'll get back to this part, right? But
stronger.
at the end, he says that Todo is slower than Yuji, who is equal to Megumi, right? And like again, the reason why he says that is because of this, right? And the thing is, it's like, I mean, first off, again, I think I'm gonna get the translation for you guys soon, right? When Lightning freaking responds to me, but um, again, this is like, I feel like this is already just proved that Megumi isn't equal to Yuji in terms of speed, because that really wouldn't make sense. Like Yuji is a physical specimen. I mean, you could see like Yuji attacking multiple times in the time that Megumi shoots one attack, right? But also like, I mean, we can go back and we have statements of what the actual speed hierarchy is, right? I've mentioned this. I forgot to mention this actually because I mentioned it in the previous recording of this video. But like, I think I've talked about Megumi versus Todo, or like this entire like affair between these students, right? Like Megumi, Todo, Maki, Yuji, because I think like I think Todo is a tier above them. Obviously, this Yuji, right? I'm talking about Goodwill version of Yuji, right? Um, wait a second. Wait, no. That's not what I said. Hmm. Nah, it's iffy. Um, no, that's not what I said actually. But I think Todo is the strongest of them. That's what I meant. That's not a tier above them. The strongest of them, right? And the reason for that, right? I've talked about it before. I think I talked about it in like the Toji versus Assassin Curse Spirits video, and like the power level videos, if you guys remember that video, from a couple months ago. And the reason why I always bring this panel up, this panel right here, right? Megumi and Maki, this is actual like this is where he should have been like, I mean no, this is like an exact, this is what he should have used to be like, oh yeah, Megumi is kind of equal to to Maki. And even this is iffy, right? Because this happens and only Maki is... Oh, no, it's not here. Where is it? Oh, I closed the I was basically in the previous recording, I was trying to find out why he thought that Yuji was like fasted in Todo before the end of Shibuya, right? Oh, should I go over that point or go over? No, I'm gonna finish this point and I'm gonna go over what I'm talking about in a second. I'll keep this one open, and then I'll get, what was it, like chapter, it's 48, so it's this one. So yeah. After this happens, right? Megumi and Maki syncing up, and then, you know, she gets a statement about her reactions and yeah, her reactions to the attacks that Hanami is shooting, right? Wonderful reactions. Obviously, obviously, Hanami's only talking about Maki here because Maki's the only one who got attacked, right? And then Maki is like the benchmark to compare Yuji to, right? More agile than the girl. He doesn't really mention Megumi because, I mean, doesn't it make sense for Maki, the heavenly restriction user, to be faster than Megumi, who's literally stated to have a weak body by Todo, right? And yeah, so it should, what the hierarchy should be is that Yuji is faster than Maki, who's faster than Yuji is faster than Maki, who's faster than Megumi, right? But I think Megumi and Maki can go equal, even though that she's a little bit faster than him, right? And then Megumi has to try a little bit harder to sync up with Yuji because obviously, again, Yuji is faster than both of them, which is like a fact, right? Because of this, and again, what I said about like the translation of this, which we'll get soon, but it's like it's very likely to be referring to pace, right? And then Todo's able to sync up with Yuji, no problem. And it's 3 different versions of Yuji, right? We got like pre-Black Flag, bro. We're talking about like, okay, Todo was basically Okay, he wasn't obliterating him, bro. What the hell am I talking about? What am I talking about? Yuji was fighting with Todo before he got the Todo curse energy training, and then Todo's continuing to. What the fuck am I saying? I'm not wording it correctly. I should be using Todo as the I guess aggressor here. Basically, I'm trying to say Todo fights against Yuji before the curse energy training. He continues to fight against Yuji after the curse energy training. He continues to sync up with Yuji after the Black Flash, and he continues to sync up with Yuji after he gets the Sukuna buff in Shibuya. Alright? But after the Sukuna buff in Shibuya, that's when Yuji is faster than Sukuna. What? That's when Yuji is faster than Todo. Damn it. I'm freaking wording it incorrectly. Right? Now I had this open because I was trying to figure out where he got like Yuji being faster than Todo before the Sukuna buff, and I came to the conclusion that maybe he didn't take that into account, because obviously we know that Yuji got a buff. It's verbatim stated that every time that Sukuna takes over Yuji's body, he gets stronger because of it, right? And after Shibuya, Choso's like, oh yeah, Yuji's a demon god now. And the only thing that separated the Yuji that Choso fought and the Yuji that he's seeing right now is Sukuna taking over his body, right? And what chapter was that? I think it was this because of the I remember this is like, I'm pretty sure. Which one is this, bro? Hold on, guys. This is just chapter knowledge, bro. Oh my gosh. Wait, which one is it? Oh my gosh, I'm a fraud. I don't remember. 129.1. I know that this one right here is the students getting a job. Yes, it's them getting a job right here. So what was that? Oh my gosh, I'm fried, guys. I suck. I don't remember these two. I think one of them is I think one of them is the one where Yuji, Megumi, Gojo, and Nobara are messing around. I don't know which one it is though. I'm sorry, this is completely like off topic, but what? I'm trying to see if there's any. Yeah, it's definitely that. Okay, one of them is that. I don't remember the other one though. Oh my gosh, I suck. Oh, wait, huh? This is the one that I was talking about. Wait a second. No, it wasn't. Where's the one where Yuji was playing basketball? Do you guys remember that? Oh wow. What? So there was two of them that they were like just messing around. Bro, I literally combined. Look, I'm sorry. This is a complete tangent. But I combined this one, right, where Yuji's playing basketball, with the one where Gojo's using the manga panel as a blindfold, bro. Okay, I'm not a fraud. I'm not a fraud, guys, okay? This one right here. I'm not a fraud, okay? Anyways, let's go back to the topic. Alright? The topic. Okay, now, yeah, this is where I'm gonna get exposed, because I don't remember. This is what, like, because I remember Mahito uses 0.2 second domain expansion, and then we get a break chapter. I don't know if it was this one or this one. Is this one. Let's go. Anyways, like, right here. Yuji he's just faster than Todo. Just outright. Boom. He is faster than Todo now. And that's because of the Sukuna buff, right? But before that, Todo and Yuji have more of a case to be equal than Megumi and Yuji, right? Like I think that's just the case. And then now,
weapon in his inventory, which actively slows him down.
yeah, I just don't agree with like the entire. I just don't agree with Megumi being faster than Todo. It just like no, right? And that's neat. Like I don't even have to bring up the fact that like they literally fought on screen and then Todo was just overwhelming him. I don't even have to bring that up, right? Obviously, maybe. Actually, hold on. What? I had a problem with like bringing that up. Actually, what was it? Let me see if I can actually guess what chapter that was, bro. Oh my gosh, I'm a fraud. Like there's a scene where Todo goes for the clothesline and Megumi reacts, he blocks, right? And then he blisses him. He's like, "Oh crap, he was going easy on me, right?" But you could say that like, this was just a tempo change. Like I think that's cool enough, right? I do think I don't think freaking Toto's a blitz above to Megumi, right? I don't think that's just not the case. Again, I think maybe Megumi is slower than Todo. That's just my take on it, right? Now this is now the reason why he had to have Todo under Megumi is to get
Then it's a pretty valid,
is to
fair
get this
assumption.
to is to get Divine Dog to be the ultimate win con, right?
Then we're able to see that Divine Dog is capable of just going beyond Megami in speed to save his life from the Finger Bearer. So, I mean, then Megami verbatim states that Divine Dog's claws can go through a special grade. So unless
This is true, by the way. Like this like I do think Divine Dog is his win con, right? If Divine Dog attacks Todo, it's over. Or it's actually yes. There is no eh. I think Divine Dog, if his slashes at Todo, his arm like there's no way he's gonna be able to clap anymore. Like you know what I mean? Like I don't bro, we literally see what Divine Dog does to Hanami. Look at this. Where is it? Like, can you imagine what that does to Todo? Oh hell no, bro. That's gore. This is correct. I shouldn't see anyone
Todo
disagreeing with
has
this.
special grade durability, which he just. And so unless
But
Todo
the
has
problem I
special grade
have is
durability,
with
which
the problem I have is the divine dog stuff, right? So basically, he says that divine dog is faster than Megumi because it saves his life right here, right? But the thing is, like, I don't think that's like I don't think that's the case in terms of like it being faster than Megumi, right? The reason I think this is because if you actually go and see it, right? Fraud. Oh, no. Yeah. Divine Dog is out at the entire time, right? I was thinking this. What? I was thinking this when I first watched the TikTok. Like I immediately thought of something else, which I'll get into in a second. But Divine Dog is out the entire time. We literally see basically the exact same thing happen, like over here, where the Divine Dog is just like a um second pair of eyes for Megumi, right? It's not like Megumi. Obviously, Megumi reacted in quotations to this, right? He could have, right? This isn't a fast thing. But Divine Dog does it for him, right? Because Divine Dog is already out. And so I think the same thing. What? Oh, yeah. We'll get back to this in a second. But yeah, Divine Dog is just it's already out. It's another pair of eyes. So like, if Megumi isn't able to do something, Divine Dog is gonna do it, right? And so the same thing could be said for here, where Megumi is about to get blissed by it, and then Divine Dog comes in to save it because it's not like Divine Dog was in the same position as Megumi and then pulled him back. No, Divine Dog pulled him back after seeing it happen, right? And then they both get blissed. They both get blissed right there by the finger bearer. They just both get blitzed. Boom. Like, bro, Megumi gets blitzed right here, right? And then again, like I said, Divine Dog just works for Megumi when Megumi can't work, right? If they're separated. But right here, like I said, right? I said it's not like Megumi and Divine Dog were right here and then Divine Dog pulled Megumi away. Now this is actually happening. Now they're right next to each other and then boom, they just both get blitzed. Because I don't think Divine Dog's just like a blitz tier or just way faster than Megumi. I don't think that's the case. And we've seen this happen multiple times. Obviously, I brought up again like the freaking whack-a-mole thing. But also like I've always I see this scene every time and I'm like, bro, what was Gege thinking doing this? Bro, Megumi gets absolutely obliterated, blitz crapped on by a Sukuna, and then Nue just pulls up and and like reacts better than Megumi. Nue is, again, like I said, Nue is already out. It's just like Divine Dog. Nue is already out. It's just another set of eyes. If Megumi can't do something and they're separated, then Nue can do it. And so that's how Nue is just there for Megumi, right? I don't think it's because Nue is a blitz tier above Megumi or faster than Megumi or something like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, again, like, okay, here's a good example. Actually, no. Let me think of a good example real quick. What am I thinking of right now? Is it another anime? Oh, I'm thinking of freaking Naruto, bro. I was like, wait, hold on. Is that in JJK or Naruto? I was thinking in Naruto, right? In Naruto, bro. Every time I used to hear this, it sounded ridiculous to me. But Susanoo is like a blitz tier above the user. It makes no sense. I mean, it doesn't. It's whatever. It doesn't really. It doesn't matter. It doesn't like not make sense in quotations. I said it doesn't make sense because it's bigger than the user, right? But in Naruto, Susanoo and like another example was Hashirama's like huge Buddha statue is faster than the user, right? And it's just outright stated to be the case. right? You know, I thought that was like in JDK. I was gonna bring that up for some reason, bro, but like that doesn't matter for JDK. But basically, like the point I was going to come to was that like if if the Shikigami was faster than Megumi, then like of course it would get statements of that, right? Like it would get implications or something of that, something. I was about to say stating again. Did I say stating already? Something I was about to say implying again. I literally said implying. I know I said that. Something suggesting that. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for, right? But I don't think that's just I don't think that's the case. Like I think it's just consistent that boom, like it's another set of eyes, and if they're separated, then the Shikigami can do what Megumi isn't going to do, right? And I don't think it's just because they're faster than him, because they both get bliss right here. Boom, bow. It's the same exact thing right here, bro. He gets bliss right here, bro. He's still looking over here. Um, man, I feel like, bro, no, I feel like there's an example, but I just can't think of it outside of like the Naruto stuff, bro. Let me think. I feel like I was gonna bring up Sukuna's slashes, but even that is like it's really iffy and not. It's it's whatever. Like it has only one statement about its speed and like Sukuna being faster than it, so it's not his slashes, bro. I can't think of it. I can't. I just cannot think of it, bro. But anyways, let's get back on topic. Now, with that being said, let's let's grant the divine dog being faster than Toto than not Toto Megumi, right? Let's just grant it, right? Let's just give the divine dog that status, right? So again, Megumi is slower than Maki, who's slower than Yuji, who's equal to Todo. Where does divine dog fall into that? I don't know. We don't know. I mean, divine dog was fighting alongside them, right? Divine dog was fighting alongside them. I mean, like, uh, Divine dog got one attack in. Like, I don't know, but yeah, you could say maybe divine dog gets to Maki, or like let's say like divine dog is the Yuji tier, right? Okay, cool. Now, what answers does divine dog have to Boogie Woogie? Because again, we know divine dog is not a blitz tier above Toto. And you can literally be faster than Toto by two in quotations tiers. Mahito, Yuji, and Toto are all in the same tier, but like Toto is slower than Yuji, who's slower than Mahito, right? But Mahito's never able to hit Toto. My friend is calling me to get on Fortnite. This is why I'm so unproductive, bro. This guy's calling me at 1 p.m. to play Fortnite, bro. Anyways, bro, I'm gonna answer in a sec. My phone is at 75%. Bro, how long have I been recording this? Damn, that's like 50 minutes in total, bro. He called me again? Bro, Fortnite is not that serious, bro. Hold on, chat. Hold on, hold on, bro. I'm not answering. What's this guy double calling me for? It's gotta be him being on. Yeah, he is on the game. Alright. Yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, so again. Yeah, Mahito faster than Yuji, who's faster than Toto. They're all in the same tier, and Mahito's never able to touch him, right? I'm pretty sure the only time he's able to touch him is when Toto doesn't have his curse unique. Am I tweaking? Am I tweaking right now? Is that the case? No. No way. I'm pretty no. Why am I even like? Why am I even thinking about it, bro? That bro, Mahito, he literally uses the weight expansion because he can't touch it. What am I talking about, bro? I don't even know why I'm about to go look at it. It is true. Mahito is faster than Todo, and he still cannot touch him because Todo has Boogie Woogie. Now, now what's stopping Todo from getting out of the way of a Divine Dog attack and putting Megumi in the way, and then Megumi gets hit by Divine Dog, bro? And in total abusing the Shikigami that Megumi summons. Obviously, I honestly do think this comes down to a whole bunch of battle IQ. I can see not Todo. I can see Megumi summoning I can see Megumi summoning Rapid Escape, right? To like, confuse Todo and like have and give Todo too many targets to like swap around with. I don't know if that makes sense though. I don't know. I really don't. Like I'm really trying to like imagine an actual fight between them. But again, it's just a whole bunch of like baloney, dude. But a whole bunch of baloney. Because I mean, bro, if put this into perspective, bro. Yuji fights relative to Todo without his curse technique, right? And then even with Divine Dog, Megumi sees like Yuji's growth and he's like, damn, like I gotta go surpass this guy. I gotta go train with Gojo. And then Todo's able to contend with him without his curse technique. Like he doesn't need to use his curse technique with him, bro. So like a Yuji, we have like Yuji who's over Megumi, who's like contending with Todo, who doesn't need to use his curse technique. Now imagine if Todo was using his curse technique on Yuji, bro. Like they're come on, bro. I feel like I think it's just consistent for Todo to be stronger than Megumi, which is like it's not crazy to say. Like he's a grade 1 sorcerer for a reason, right? He's a grade 1 sorcerer. He's the senpai for a reason. He's it's Todo we're talking about, bro. Like it's Todo, you know? Um yeah. 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 So yeah, you guys let me know your thoughts in the comments. D1 Glazer, you can comment. I commented. I said like feel free to comment on it. Obviously, this is an open discussion. Um, I'm pretty sure he has like Yuta over Kashimo in his bio, which is very base. So, you know what I'm saying, bro? You're what's that word? Welcome? Welcome is crazy, bro. Cause like that's me saying like, oh yeah, I hate all Kashimo fans, bro. Like, bro, I love Kashimo too, bro. All right, I love Kashimo fans as well, bro. Let me, but you're not okay. Let me stop talking. Actually, let me stop talking. Let me stop talking before I freaking say some dumb shit, bro. Anyways, yeah. You guys let me know your thoughts in the comments.